Welcome, WolfTheWolfettes, to Season, a letter to the future. And I hope you guys and girls are having an absolutely fantastic day. Now, I've been following this game for a couple of months, watching a few trailers and stuff, and from what I've seen, this is a very lovely indie game. So after spending a bit of time playing God of War on the top difficulty, playing Evil West on the top difficulty, and having to manage my zoo in Let's Build a Zoo off camera in standard mode, I thought this would be a perfect game for me to play before Hogwarts Legacy releases. So we're going to be playing this game, and you play as a girl who lives in a mountain town, and she is leaving that mountain town for the very first time on her bicycle with the mission of documenting the world before some sort of cataclysm comes. And she's got a camera to take pictures of various things. She's got a tape recorder so that she can interview people, stuff like that. But it's a very chill kind of game, and it's got a beautiful art style. But yeah, let's get straight into things. There is quite a lot of talking in this game and quite a lot of reading, so there won't be a huge amount of commentary from me, but I'm not just going to sit here lazily, obviously. But yeah, just a word of warning, there is a lot of talking in this game. But let's go. Play. And the guy that you're about to see now, I think he is reading the completed journal that you would have filled out before the end of the game, I'm guessing. So this is probably someone in the future. And this is the book that we filled in throughout the game.
Who are you? I don't know, but I'm writing to you anyway. Where are you? How far in the future? Where'd you find my journal? I may never know, but you can know me from what I put down on these pages. I come from a little village in the mountains. No one has left here since before I was born. But our lives changed overnight. Just a few days ago when my best friend had a prophetic dream. A vision that the elder said means this season is going to end soon. The world is about to enter a new era. A great change is coming. Everyone was afraid. I was surrounded by questions, and I began to feel how little I know. What is this season that is about to end, and why is it ending? What exactly is out there that could turn the world inside out? If there are still voices singing and laughing in the wilderness, I could record them before they're gone. I also thought of my dad, who always wanted to see the outside world but never did. So, I asked if I could leave. The elder had one condition for letting me go. That I take what I collect to the museum vault, a palace of art and memory at the edge of the earth. She says it's the only place safe from the turmoil of a changing season. I hope that's where you're reading this now. I can't stop the change that is coming, but this time on Earth could live on in these pages. What it looks like, sounds like, how it feels to be alive right now. I'm writing to you at the crack of dawn on the morning I leave home. I can smell breakfast cooking in the other room, and I can hear my mom's voice.
Beautiful. See, that is the good thing about physical media. You know, all of the people that have spent their time documenting stuff, writing diaries and stuff like that we have then discovered in the future has given us so much information about stuff that's happened in the past. That's the problem with like digital stuff and the computers. If the internet ever goes down or PCs break, we are going to lose a lot of information unless it's been written down somewhere and kept safe, preferably laminated, because lamination does seem to increase the life of certain documents. But that's why you've always got to try and do stuff in physical forms, you know. Like I spoke about it a couple of months ago when I was talking about stuff involving mental health, how I write down how I'm feeling each day and stuff like that, and how the day has been. And then when I die, this will end up probably in the bin, but if it doesn't, you know, someone may read it in 100 years from now, and it might give them a bunch of information about stuff involving like depression and stuff like that, and how it can help people. Whereas if I wrote it on the computer's just going to get chucked in the bin, and no one will ever read it, and they'll never see it. That's why it's good to always do stuff in physical forms, because then it isn't completely lost. Obviously digital is convenient and good for the environment, but that's why we've always got to make sure we do stuff like this. All of you Wolf vets, all of you should make journals. Even if the world isn't going to come to an end and you're trying to get people's lives written down in a book, just write down your own lives and stuff like that for other people to read in the future. It's nice. Been trying to get my nan to fill out a diary so that she feels better and stuff of all the stuff that's happened these last few years. But yeah, I went off on a bit of a tangent, and apologies. Okay, so basically as you play through this game, this is your journal right now. You're going to take pictures of things that you see on the wall. You can even take pictures of things that you just like yourself. You're going to have random people you meet and you can interview them with your little microphone. Or if you just like the sound of like a music box or a random frog in the pond, you can record it and then you can add like the recording to your book. You can find random things on the floor like letters and postcards and stuff like that. You can add them to your book, and then once you fill up enough pages for each area that you visited, then you will unlock a bunch of stamps and other things that I think you can put in the book. One thing I will say, there is trophies for this game, but there's no platinum trophy for some reason. So if you do like hunting the trophies, there's no platinum for whatever reason. Bit random, but never mind. Okay, do I need to do anything on this book? No. So this is basically the story that we were just listening to right here. So the next page will be the first page of the book. Okay, now there's a bunch of things that you can interact with in this room. There's no point interacting with any of them yet because we're going to have to interact with them again in a minute anyway after we've spoken to our mum. So we may as well speak to our mum first. But not all of the dialogue in the game is like that. Some of the dialogue you have to read yourselves, and other dialogue, it's basically you have to press X. Every time they're finished speaking, you've got to press X to go to the next speech bubble. That's a bit of a nightmare because my thumb's very twitchy and sometimes I skip dialogue. So if I end up doing that, I'll try not to. If I do it, I apologise in advance because my thumb is so trigger happy, you know. It's going to get me in trouble. It's a good job I don't own a gun. I would have killed someone by now.
My bag and Dad's camera. Ready for the great departure.
The great departure. Just leaving your little mountain town for the first time and you're calling it the great departure. Lovely. It's like you're preparing for war or something. Although, living in a mountain town and heading out into the real world, that is a bit of a war actually. But I think her dad has died. Good morning, Mum. Absorb the moment. Study the scene. Let's absorb the moment.
The last moment in this little house. There used to be 3 of us here. My mom and Dad and me. Soon it will be just her. Her and all these memories. But in this moment, everything is the same as ever. Until I shift my weight. The floorboards creak. Mom hears it and turns to me.
You're up. What are you doing standing there? Time to get going. It's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm making progress. I found the burner, camera, recorder, travel bag. Breakfast is in progress.
Lovely. Can't beat a bit of breakfast.
Still gotta make a pendant. We haven't used this in so long. Good thing I saved the instructions. Just as you would use a shield to protect your body, an identity pendant protects your mind.
I need one of them.
Your thoughts, memories, everything that makes you, you. We don't wear them here in the village anymore. But if you're going into the outside world, I'll feel better when you've got a pendant shielding you.
Shielding against what? Mind you do need shielding from the modern world. I gotta say that right now. If you've lived in a place like this, away from the modern world, away from social media, stuff like that, once you come to like London or New York or something like that, oh mate, yeah, you're gonna need some sort of shielding, because you're gonna have a really, really bad time. If you spend like a day there, you're all good. You spend a couple of weeks there though, compared to like living in this kind of place, oh yeah, it's really gonna mess with your brain.
Diseases of the mind.
Yeah, damn right.
Like the dream sickness.
Oh, I don't know what a dream sickness is. Where'd the dream sickness come from? Maybe that's what a friend was talking about. Because a friend had some sort of dream and then told it to the elder, and then the elder said it was the prophecy for the end of the season. And then that's why our character, who I don't think has a name, is now heading off to document the world. Where'd the dream sickness come from?
We don't know what caused it. We heard people suddenly fell into an eternal sleep.
God, sounds very peaceful.
These were years of wild rumors. And half of them turned out to be true.
Great.
In times of war, a pendant can be used to identify a body.
You mean a military tag, a dog tag?
Let's skip that part. Objects have two layers, the physical and the mental. The pendant needs to absorb both. 1. Collect a sentimental object for each sense: sound, smell, feel, sight, taste. 2. Feel the sense and speak aloud a memory of the object. 3. Feed the object into the burner. The memory will leave the speaker as it is transferred to the pendant. That means I'll forget the memory after I say it.
Well, that's not bloody nice, is it?
It's supposed to be painless. At least.
I could do it and I'll lose the memories instead.
No, you must remember everything.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. We are the one writing the journal.
That's your role.
I could tell you the memory after you lose it. Yeah, that's a good point, that is.
The pendant needs this little sacrifice. I want to be sure it works. Don't be afraid.
I don't think she's afraid. I think she's just trying to help her mum out.
A few memories is a small price to pay for knowing you'll be safe. Okay, so this old tape should work for our sense of sound. I remember. You and I fell asleep listening to this tape. Where that came from? We all rested together until it got dark.
Jesus.
What an odd feeling. Like an absence, disappearing. The empty space fills itself back in until I forget that I forgot anything at all. I'm glad I'm only losing a few memories.
I gotta be honest with you, dear. I sure as hell wish I had some sort of magical burner that I could place some memories in and then just completely forget about certain things in my life. Man, if we could do that, WolfTheWolf, our life would be so much easier, wouldn't it? If there's like just certain bad memories or bad experiences, especially people that suffer with like PTSD. Imagine just being able to shove it into some sort of little furnace burner, melt it away, and that's it. It's gone. You forget about it. Your life would be so much more calmer, wouldn't it? Oh man. Nah, I wish we had that power. Mind you, we might overdo it and then end up just completely ruining our minds.
If I lost too many, I wouldn't even know who you are.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It'd kind of be like having dementia if you lose too many memories.
You should pick the rest of the objects. I'll lose the memories, but you'll have them in a pendant forever. so they should be important to you.
Okay.
They should be parts of your identity you want to be sure to protect.
Okay.
So think about what these items and what the memories would preserve about you.
Okay, I don't know if this affects anything because there's quite a lot of stuff you can select, but I normally pick the ones that just sound like something that I would want to remember, you know, something that would be useful if I ever did start to lose my mind or something, you know, something that can bring you back down to earth.
Let's do smell next.
Smell.
Find an object with a strong odor and that holds a piece of you.
That sounded disgusting. Find something with a strong odour that holds a piece of you. I'm not putting my own shit in there, come on. Oh, lovely. Oh, I apologise, WolfTheWolf. Such a nice moment and I had to go and spoil it. I apologise. Okay. A spoon.
Nothing. I used to see souls everywhere.
What, you from the Sixth Sense or something? See dead people?
Childhood. Too sweet, too old. I always wanted to experience new things.
Okay. I mean, can't we put the soup in there? That's probably got a nice smell. That's going to be a nice memory. The smell of soup. Is that what we're doing? We're doing the smell now, aren't we? Yeah, the smell of soup would remind me of home. And that's a good thing to be reminded of when you're struggling.
Granite, seaside, darkness. This speaks to how my mom loves me.
Oh, well, we should pick that then, shouldn't we? Oh, we're just going to grab this one. I mean, remembering how much your mum loves you, that's going to get you through some bad times, ain't it? I know, knowing how much my mum and dad has loved me has stopped me doing some bad shit in life, so, yeah. Yeah, well, we'll bring that. There's probably other better ones, but I don't want to have to click on everything, so we'll pick this one for now.
What did you choose for smell?
A rock with a handprint on.
Let's breathe in deep. Oh, I remember it so well. It's not as bad now, but in the old days, not many children lived long enough to grow up. We believed if a child could make it to the age of 9, they'd be all right. This print was made of your hand when you turned 9. Your father and I couldn't believe we really had a healthy girl. An old deep fear inside of me finally went away. And we saw you would just keep growing and growing. That everything was going to be okay.
That's got to be a very powerful burner. It's melting things like rock. It's like a furnace, isn't it? And molten bloody metal's falling into the pendant.
Now touch. Pick something with a texture you like.
Oh. Man, as soon as she said that, something filthy popped into my head. There's something wrong with me, WolfTheWolf. It's like there's something severely wrong with me. Oh, something I like the touch, the feel of. Man. I can't even think of any. I'm trying to think of what I would like the feel of in real life that's got like a nice texture to it. Oh, I know one thing I used to always like, squeeze. I used to get in trouble every time I did it. But you know the old-fashioned flower pots, or like the vases that you would see on your nan and granddad's windowsill or the window ledge, and there would be this like green sort of mushy, soft, sort of spongy thing at the bottom, and then you would use it to stick like artificial flowers into it. You'd like stab them into it, and it'd keep them in place inside the flower pot. That kind of like stuff. It's like a green sort of material. It looks like a sponge, and when you squeeze it, it's like all like mashes up. And yeah, I used to like doing that, so I guess I like that. I'm not sure what it is though, what it's called, or what it even was.
Wax, soft, ancient wall. I was loved by people I have no memory of.
Oh well, that's not much use, is it? No, people loving you that you don't even know. I mean, it's nice to be loved, but if you don't know them, yeah. Not really a useful memory, is it? Mum and Dad. I mean, I already should pick Mum and Dad's portrait, shouldn't I? I already feel like I should pick that anyway.
Glossy photo surface. I was born in the glow of my parents' love.
So I kind of feel like I need to pick these kinds of things, you know, being reminded of how much your parents love you and your family back home. Reminds you of why you're doing these kinds of things, you know.
Soft scratch paper. I remember who my dad was.
Well, I bloody hope you do remember who your dad was. Hope you do, mate. We might have to go with a portrait. Let's have a look over here. Oh, steady. Oh, there's bloody lots of things on here. A ceramic animal.
Cool, scratchy palm grains. A friend gave me this a long time ago.
Oh, it's Pate. He's the one that had the dream, ain't he? Hope you like him more than you would like... Hope you like him more than you would have liked a fish. Pate. So should we pick this one? We'll pick this one. Remind us of our friends back home too.
So what did you end up choosing?
The stone creature.
Okay, feel the surface. A cool stone. I remember. This was in the months after your father passed. You didn't seem sad, but you just weren't interested in anything.
Oh, that's straight up depression, that is.
It was hard to know what to do. One day, you and your friend Pate went fishing. You didn't catch anything, of course.
Great.
But when I was putting away your bucket, we found this creature there. Pate had dropped it in without you noticing.
Oh, Pate definitely fancies you. He definitely fancies you.
I remember how it made you smile. And I felt, oh, no matter how much things have changed, I will get to see my little girl smile again.
And I feel like these are memories that we want our mum to forget. I feel like these are horrible memories to remove from our mum. We can stop. Are you okay? What's wrong? Mum. Well, I know what's wrong. There's no reason to ask that. We can stop.
I'm fine. Let's do sight next. Pick something that looks nice.
Well, I might as well pick all of my subscribers, because I'm looking at them right now, and each and every one of you look very goddamn nice. You're all absolutely fit, mate. So I would stick you all in a burner, but obviously I can't do it, and it's also not my choice. It's up to this lady right here. I don't think she's got a name, so if you guys and girls want to give her a name in the comment section, feel free to do it. To be honest, I'm not going to lie, I thought it was a boy. Like, I actually thought it was a boy until I think the mum mentioned a daughter. Oh no, I think it was the opening cinematic. But every single bit of like trailer I saw, or screenshots, I always thought it was a boy. I think it's because I always saw it from the back, and because she don't have long hair, I was like, oh, well, it's a bloke then. But no, it's a girl. But yeah, so if you've got a name for her, unless she's already got a name, let me know in the comments. But if you've got a name for her, yeah, let me know in the comments. Okay, something we like the look of. Let's have a look at the rest of the stuff in here. A prize ribbon and origami. Can't remember the days when Crazy Russian Hacker used to do origami. I don't think he was even called Crazy Russian Hacker then. Can't remember those videos. I come across them randomly back in the very old days of YouTube. I think this might have even been when I had my fishing channel, British Wolf.
Artificial blue sunflower badge. I collect stories.
Okay. Wandering Tau, Festival 817. Sorry if you heard that, WolfTheWolf. That's my sister is blowing her nose right near my bloody door.
Yellow avian gesture. I take care of fragile things.
Folded by Pate. Man, Pate's making everything for you, and you're keeping everything from Pate. He must be an absolutely legendary friend. Bloody hell. There's more stuff from Pate in this room than your own family. I love that name though, Pate. What is that? It's like a spreadable meat, ain't it, Pate?
Mr. Lotto, this speaks to how my dad loved me.
Oh, we got to pick that already. Oh, we got to pick that. Oh, pull string.
3, 2, 1. Hooray! Mr. Lotto's here.
Oh man, that sounds terrifying. It's like a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's character. Oh my god. But because of the memory, we will take this with us. And also, I think we should probably throw this in a burner because it is very cursed. I thought it was going to blow up when it started counting down. I got something just like this. I don't know if it's still readily available, but if I could find it, maybe I'll make like a YouTube short of it at some point. But it's from the millennium, the year 2000. So it's been here for 23 years. God knows if it still works or not, but I'll see if I can find it. I'll make a YouTube short of it at some point.
So, what did you end up choosing?
A demonic toy. Yes, a demonic toy.
I remember. You used to take him everywhere with you. One night, you forgot him in the plaza. It was cold and rainy that night. But your dad leaped into action as if the doll was a real member of the family.
Come on, man, we did that once when my sister was like very, very young, probably like 5 or something. She lost one of her Tinky Winky, you know, from the Teletubbies. She lost a Tinky Winky toy in the playground area in the park. And we had me, my mum and dad, obviously my sister, my aunt and uncle. Doomlight was also with us, my cousin that does YouTube, Doomlight94, go and subscribe to him, and also my other cousin, and we was all searching with torches for this bloody Tinky Winky. I think we found him on the merry-go-round, like the roundabout. In the middle of the dark, and I think it was in the winter too.
I have this image of his face as he ran out into the storm, completely serious, no hesitation.
Well, yeah, his little girl's sad. Any dad would do that.
And when your dad returned with the doll, I forgot for a moment that he's just fabric.
God, he's not just fabric, he's family.
Stitched into the form of an animal. It felt as if he had a soul, because you'd projected one into him. What was dear to you was dear to us. That was... we were whole. For a little while. For taste, we can eat breakfast and feed some to the burner.
Sounds like a fantastic idea. What are you cooking though? If it's breakfast, I'm going to go with, well, I don't know if it's porridge. Would they eat porridge up in the mountains? That seems like a perfect thing to eat in the mountains. Plus you can grow oats.
The memory I'll lose is the one we're forming right now.
Well, that's not good.
I want you to have it forever.
Why are they being so damn secretive about what they're eating? I want to see what's in the bowl. What's in the bloody bowl?
Standing here, you're having a last taste of home.
Oh, even now we can't see what it is. God damn.
Now you're protected by lost memories. A gem of home around your neck. This is my only condition for letting you go. You must promise me never to take the pendant off.
Alright, well, it better be waterproof, because we don't know if we're going to end up wet.
And never tamper with it.
Oh, I can't promise that. It's very shiny. Yes, of course. I'll try not to.
Okay? Then I'm okay with you leaving. I think your camera and bag are still in your room.
Yep.
It's time to gather them up.
Alright. So it seems like you're in a bit of a hurry for me to leave, Mum. Do you know what this reminds me of a little bit, actually? Like a combination of Lake, the game we did last year. Oh man, I love Lake. And they provided me with a code as well to do the playthrough. Absolute legends. But Lake and I guess File. I think it's got like the visuals and sort of the art style of like Lake. And it's got like the sort of like the mysteriousness of Firewatch, because Firewatch you're not too sure what's going on, and Firewatch is about some sort of cataclysm because there's like a fire in that game, isn't there? And that's what the whole game ends up being about. And we don't know what the changing of the season's going to be, some sort of catastrophe by the sounds of it. So yeah, it's similar to Firewatch, I guess.
I've lost so much.
Oh, you're making it really, really easy to leave, ain't you?
How could the world ask me to lose you too? Look at us. There we are. There we were. We'll always be right here on this beautiful morning.
I just performed a ritual with my mom. The moment has passed, but I'll record it in these pages for you, for the future.
It's very nice of you. Okay, so if you press square, you go over to your keepsakes, and these are all of the things that you found in the area that you're currently in. Like, I guess, sort of like that chapter. And then you can take whatever ones you want, and you can place them onto the journal. And then when you fill up the keepsake bar, these things right here will unlock. And then you can, I guess you can place these on the journal as well if you want to. But we'll take a picture of our mum, because, you know, you want the world to remember our mum in the future, because she's obviously an absolute legend. Place enough keepsakes to unlock an inspiration. Lovely. We're not going to put Mr. Lotto in there, no way, mate. Flipping scary guy.
I never knew when my mom would share a memory of Dad, while cooking, on a walk, with no warning. It knocked the wind out of me. Rituals take this grief and give it a shape and a story. Filling in this journal is a ritual too, but for a loss that hasn't hit us yet.
Lovely. So you press square now, and then you come over here. There you go. You've got a bunch of different dialogue things you can re-listen to. And you've also got a bunch of very nice stamps that you can also add to your books. Like we can grab this one and we can like stick it over there if we want to. And then we can like grab this cute little bird and Stick the bird over there. Got nothing to do with a journal, really. Nothing to do with a story. Just little drawings, I guess, or stamps that she's created and stuck in the book. Okay. Right.
I've brought tools to record the sights and sounds of this season. I'll start by recording the only place I've ever known.
Home. Okay. Well, we'll go and record this quickly. I'll show you how the recordings work. And then I'll have to end it for today. But yeah, I think you've got a camera and a audio recorder, and I think that's your only tools in this game as far as I know.
Public sleep music is a tradition of ours here. When the music ends, the village will begin to wake up.
That's a pretty nice idea, that is. Man, this game's beautiful. I mean, I'm not a fan of the black bars. I'm never a fan of the black bars and how much of the screen they cut away. But other than that, man, the visuals are stunning. But I'm going to have to end the video now, BwolfTheWolf. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, BwolfTheWolf. Hopefully you've enjoyed episode 1 of Seasons, A Letter to the Future. I keep forgetting the name of this game, so I'm probably going to balls up my outro or my intro several times throughout this playthrough until I get it stuck in my head. I keep saying Seasons, A Story to the Future, but it's Seasons, A Letter to the Future. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed episode 1, and yeah, like, share, and join the pack today.